Today I have in a watch from Singapore brand Feynman Timekeepers. The watch is the Feynman 6, aka the V or the VI, which is short for vintage. I have in the limited edition Founders Edition of the watch, limited to 68 pieces, and has a really unique green, kind of a teal colored dial. One standout with the watch is the thinness of the case. Lots to get into here with this one, so let's get to it and check it out. Now, before we get into the details of the watch, myself and Jason from the Toronto Timepiece Show have been putting on some meetups in Ontario and Quebec. We work with a few brands and showcase their watches so you can get hands-on with them in the metal. Feynman is one of those brands, so if you're in the area, send me an email and I'll get you on the list for the next one. The watches are loaners, though, so just want to be clear with you on that. But let's talk about the Feynman 6 here and how about that dial color. Hopefully, I can do it justice here, but it's beautiful in person. There is a few options, though, with different colors and numerals in either Arabic, Chinese, or Eastern Arabic. The Feynman Timekeepers was founded in 2018 by owner YK, and the brand is named after his eldest son. More recently, YK is also the co-founder of the watch show Spring, Sprang, Sprung, which is held in Singapore and is actually coming up here very soon. Bucket list destination for me, so hope to make it out there sometime. Get in for a closer look at the dial here, and it is a gorgeous color. Due to the brushed surface of it, it offers some great light play. It goes from a darker color to almost an electric green there. Really like how they've branded the watch on the chaptering versus having the name on the dial itself. Gives the dial a little breathing room to show off their other details that are happening here. So this model uses Eastern Arabic numerals as the hour markers, which are rather engraved into the dial and plated in a rose gold tone. The skeletonized hands are also gold. Love the look of the hands, especially the lizard tail second hand on the small seconds. The markers for the 30 and 60 seconds are in Chinese, and overall the dial layout is done really well. The gold against the dial color works great. A highlight of the watch is the case, and particularly how thin it is. I'll hit you with the measurements here in a minute, but it's quite a sleek case design. It is mostly brushed with a polished bezel. The case back is screwed to the case at the four corners, and on display is the ETA 7001 hand-wound movement. It's a very slim movement at only 2.5 millimeters in thickness. It's actually been in production since 1971, so it's been around a good long while. It is a 17 joule movement beating at 21,600 vibrations per hour with a power reserve of approximately 42 hours. Winding action on the signed push-pull crown is crazy smooth, like incredibly smooth. Unless you put it right up to your ear, it doesn't even feel like it's winding. It is a good size crown too for winding and setting the time, but you'll notice here when I pull out the crown to set the time, the movement is a non-hacking movement, which isn't overly important, particularly to me at least when it comes to a watch with a small seconds, but yeah, not a hacking movement. The watch has an integrated bracelet look due to the lugless design. It's quite a unique bracelet. I really like the link design here. We have quick release spring bars, and it is sized using the dreaded pin and collars. Normally, I find pin and collars to be a bit of a pain, but the collar is actually the width of the center link, so it's fairly long and easy to handle compared to smaller ones like you've seen probably on watches like Seiko. The deployant clasp is signed with the Feynman F. I usually prefer a regular clasp over these, but they do give us half links to help with getting a good fit. Size on the watch comes in at a case width of 38.2 millimeters. No lugs here again, but tip to tip is 40.6 millimeters. The lug opening is 24 millimeters, although the bracelet does taper down to 16 millimeters at the clasp. Thickness is only 0.9 millimeters. So again, a huge highlight of the watch for sure. The crystal is an AR treated sapphire and the water resistance is 50 meters, which is totally fine for a watch like this. And here it is on my 7¼ inch wrist. And yeah, this thing is sweet. Between the case design and that 24mm end link, it gives it some serious wrist presence considering the size of the watch. Very well done by Feynman. Cost for these coming at $13.33 USD. And if you'd like to find out more on the watch and the brand, Matt Black is writing an article for the Calibrated Wrist along with photos by me. Link to where you can find it will be below. I'll link Feynman down there too. Appreciate you taking a few minutes to stop by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.